One, two. Okay, so how are you doing today? So today has been, wow. For context, I am going into the 6th week of my first posting. We're in medicine. I'm doing my medicine posting in the clinical wing of medical school. For those who know, technically I'm in 400 level, but our school does things differently. So I'm actually in 500 level out of 700 level. So I have 500, 600, and 700 to do here. Starting with medicine, it has been exciting. But what I have noticed is that the thought process of a medical student who is about to do the first MB examination, that's the one before you get to where I am right now. And the thought process of myself right now are very, very different. It's like, it's night and day. It's so unique and it's so crazy to see. Before now, all I was thinking about was, okay, let me get that physiology. Let me get that anatomy. Let me get that biochemistry under control. Let me cram it. Let me understand the mechanisms. But once you get over to the clinical wing, the emphasis shifts entirely from the theoretical knowledge, right, into how do I better care for my patients? And I don't know if everybody has that shift, but for me, that shift has been mind blowing because now in trying to care for my patients, I am going back to the material that I learned in physiology and anatomy. So if right now with my clinical exposure, I go back to the preclinical wing, the way I approach my studies will be very different because there is a clinical background. I have seen the theoretical knowledge. I've seen it in action. I've seen the theory being put into practice, and I understand that there is a distinction between saying something is important and actually seeing it as important. For example, now we learned so much about diabetes mellitus, and I've seen so many things about diabetes mellitus, and I can talk about it. But until you have a patient who has neuropathy, which is like tingling sensations on their legs, they call it is it paja. Until you have someone who has that, the symptomatology of diabetes does not come to life to you. So it's an experiential knowledge that drives the theoretical knowledge further. So I am not going to read about diabetes because I just want the theory. I'm going to read about it because my patient may have it, may have that symptom, may have that sign, and then how will I better treat them? How do I take care of their fluid intake? How do I monitor hypoglycemic emergency? All these things are now springing forth from a place of what do I do to my patients, not from a place of how much knowledge can I pack into my head for an examination. And I think that's what I was always looking forward to in the clinical wing. I did not like the idea of cramming. I'm not a cram person. So the idea of being able to put theory into practice has actually changed a lot for me. And I guess it'll be about my mental status right now. My mental state right now, I am not in a place of worry. I'm not in a place of fear. Simply in a place where I can see what God is about to do and I can trust Him. In this life, there are so many things, so many opportunities, so many things. But I'm in the right place for me right now. In the place where God has called me to be. I'm in the best place. I am where I am supposed to be. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every single second and every single minute and every single day. So that's the clinical wing. It's a lot of work, and I know the work is still ahead. The more work is coming, more exams are coming. But in this first posting, that is what life is like. You're like learning how to ride a bicycle, learning all the new clinical skills, and learning as fast as possible. So enjoying every moment of it. Okay, stay blessed, stay safe, stay amazing, and let me know what you want to see next. Talk to you all later. Okay, bye bye.